Namaste everyone. In today's video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 1.43. In this Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali defines Nirvitarka Samapatti to us. So let's look at the sutra and start breaking it up word by word to understand this entire process and what it really means to have a Nirvitarka Samapatti. So the sutra itself goes, Smriti Parishuddhau Swarupa Shunye Vartha Matra Nirbhasa Nirvitarka. Alright, so now that we've understood the whole sutra, let's break it up word by word and start understanding it a little bit better. So here the first compound word that is explained to us is Smriti Parishuddhau. So Smriti Parishuddhau here is referring to Smriti, which is our memory, which if you remember we studied in a previous Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and Shuddhi over here is referring to cleansing or cleaning up the memories that we have. Then the next compound words are Swarupa Shunya, and this is referring to having no Swarup or zero Swarup, but it's not referring to the person that is meditating. Instead, it's referring more towards the object. So the object itself now has no meanings or kind of knowledge that we assign to it. It has been reduced to nothingness, and therefore we're able to understand it from a new subtle perspective now. Then moving forward, we come to the next part, which is eva, which is a very simple word. It just refers to like or almost or such as. And then we come to the next stage, which is talking about artha. So once again, artha means the meaning of something or the understanding of something. And the next word here is matra. Matra means merely or just merely that. And the next word is Nirbhasa, which means shining clear, a very clearly shining object. And the final word, of course, is Nirvitarka, which is the type of Samapatti that we're discussing in this sutra. So now that we've understood the word by word meanings, let's break up even further and understand the explanation of the sutra a little bit better. So now let's understand exactly what the sutra is trying to tell us. So this sutra 1.43 is explaining to us that in a Nirvitarka Samapatti, essentially the most important thing is to start letting go of our previous conditioning, of our previous memories, and our previous understanding of that particular object. Now, this is one of the most challenging things to do because whenever we're meditating and we have an object that we've chosen to focus on, usually we already have a lot of preconceived notions, associations, past memories that will crop up that we usually start to bring up in our consciousness when we're meditating. And that makes it really challenging to actually focus on this object because you're not looking at the object from a new lens, but instead everything that you had inside you before is coming to the surface and is kind of marring or coloring your understanding of that object. So that's why the first compound word here in this sutra is given to us as Smriti Parishuddhau, because it's saying that unless you purify your old memories or you kind of let them go, it will be very challenging to move forward. So how do we actually let go of these memories, right? I think that's the million-dollar question. What the commentators have explained to us is that it's just a process that happens. It's not something we can force. There's no magic pill that you can say, okay, now I don't have any associations or memories of a particular object. It's not like that. We kind of have to just allow ourselves to do the basic process so many times that the vitarkas have arisen and now there's almost nothing else, nothing more to rise. And so there's enough space for the next element of understanding to come up. So for example, if we are focusing on my watch, okay, let's say we've chosen the watch as our object of meditation. Usually what is recommended is to choose a positive object, either a deity, a guru, a mantra, or something that is really positive for all of us. So, for example, though, we have chosen the watch. So, in this particular case, we are concentrating on this watch, but of course, we have memories associated with it. We have certain preconceived notions. We have the meaning of the word watch constantly in our minds, and that prevents us from going deeper into the elements of this watch or understanding it further. So, therefore, the only solution here is to practice every day, to spend at least half an hour just meditating on the watch, and over time, it could be many days, it could be many years, your old perceptions of the watch will start fading away. There will be the sense of nothingness when you focus because you've done it so many times. It's almost effortless. And in that effortlessness, because no more new memories are rising, nothing more is coming up from within you, then you're able to reach this state of being open enough to accept new information from a subtler realm that will help you understand the watch better. So, this is just the example of the watch, but it could be anything in that way that we choose that will really help us to understand that subject a little bit better. So that's why Smriti Parishuddhau is the first most important element. Then moving forward, we're told that we also have to do Swarupa Shunya and not merely understand the object with its name or its meaning. And I think this is similar to what we've been discussing so far, that it's so important to actually take a step back and kind of chill out on our own understandings of the object and maybe see what else is coming up without our own preconceived notions. A really interesting thing that was explained in the book that we refer to, which is Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Dr. P.V. Karambelkar. The link is in the description if you're interested in buying the book or having the book for yourself. In this book, he's explained to us that in a lot of Buddhist schools, they would actually recommend choosing an object of meditation which is inherently negative or has a negative connotation. And the reason they would suggest this is probably because they wanted the sort of negative memories to get over first. So if you chose an object that you don't have very good memories with, you would almost work with it, you would finish working with it. All the repressed or suppressed emotions would rise to the surface. You would be able to deal with them and then move forward to the next one. It's similar to kind of cleaning the dust off an old suitcase. You have to just move things away. Old things have to be kind of dealt with before you go deeper into the next realm. So some Buddhist schools did recommend going with slightly more negative connotations of certain objects, but in the traditional schools of yoga, they always recommended going with more positive objects, things that will inspire you and motivate you and that you will like to concentrate on every day so that you can go deeper and deeper in your meditation practice. So this is a little bit about our, Nirvitarka process. And at the end, of course, there's this beautiful word called Nirbhasa, which is telling us that eventually when our understanding becomes so sharpened and we gain that clarity, it's like a crystal clear perspective of that object, which is not marred by our preconceived notions or by our memories or by anything from within us really. It's something that we understand for the object itself instead of, what we associate the object with. And I'd also like to make a little point here. I think that one of the things which is a prerequisite for some of these Samapatti sutras is that clearly Muni Patanjali is referring to an object again and again. So probably in these sutras, he's talking about an external or a very subtle object that we have chosen, which doesn't happen in all the sutras. He doesn't always talk about an object, but in these particular sutras, there's reference to a clear chosen object of meditation. So just wanted to let you know that that's also something that we have noticed. So I hope this has helped you understand the Nirvitarka Samapatti a little bit better and why this Samapatti happens over time after you've finished exhausting your memories and all the associations of the object that you had. So this is it for this video. If you found this video helpful or if you have any views, please drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And also, please do share this video with your friends and family who might find this useful, and do subscribe to our channel. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care, and we're going to see you very soon. Namaste.